Welcome back to the Kyle Sutherland Show, and a happy... Oh, no, wait. You guys don't know what day it is. How could it possibly be? Oh, we're changing. Oh, people. We have one more on this calendar. One more on this, I don't know, this block. This January, February, March, April. Not my favorite block, I would say that. So I'm happy this is the last one. The non-golfing block, that's what this one is. It is April, January. It is April 5th. As you are listening to this, welcome back to the Kyle Sutherland Show. Happy Easter to all those that celebrate. Hopefully everyone had a great day, had some time with the family, had some nice relaxing, ate some ham. I know at least that's what I did this morning. Had some great green bean casserole. So let me just go over what I have ingested at noon today, which is bringing the vibes for this show. Sangria, so great. Ham. A green bean casserole, cheesy au gratin potatoes, very good. Dinner rolls, and you know I really said rolls on there, not a single roll. You don't get this body by having a single roll there, ladies and gentlemen. Had some coffee cake. Great Easter. So great Easter with the family. And it's time, people. It is time. We've made it. There's 50 other weeks of the year where we gotta deal with bullshit after bullshit and meetings and drama. There is 1 week a year where the sun shines brightly on Augusta National, Georgia, and we get to enjoy the greatest golf tournament of the year. And it's this week. We've made it. Okay? I look forward to this week all calendar year. Fast forward, if I'll click the rest of the weeks away, this is my favorite week of the entire calendar year. We're in it right now. I'm a happy person. You guys are going to see so much content this week. Right now you're watching the usual show, and we don't have time to put the Masters into this show, okay? The Masters deserves its own show. So I'm going to be recording tomorrow, maybe Tuesday, and it's going to be released Wednesday morning, an entire Masters show. We're going to do a little history of the Masters. We're going to talk about the 2025 Masters. We're going to talk about my favorite Masters. And then we're going to talk about 2026 Masters and then give the picks for the Masters at the end of that show. So this is not the Masters show, but we are in Masters mood, okay? We are vibing the Masters mode today, but we are not covering Augusta stuff today. That will be later this week. I will be doing a live, and I guess not live, but I will be doing a recap show Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then the Kyle Sutherland Show next week will be entirely dedicated to Augusta National. And that will be what we are watch as of next week. So, big week, exciting week coming up. There's a lot going on this week, right? There are a lot of people doing a lot of live shows, par 3 contest, champions dinner. There's a lot to come on the old Twitter sphere / Instagram sphere. So be on the lookout for this week because there is amazing content. Enjoy the Masters week, okay, people? It is the best week we have of the year. Soak it all in. Enjoy the vibes. And we will be talking Masters soon. And I cannot wait to watch it on TV. But first, before we go to that, let's do a little recap of where that happened this week at the Valero. Let's do a little recap of who my Crumb Bum of the week is, the movie of the week, We're adding documentaries to this also, and then talk a little MLB. So we're gonna hopefully have a short show. I say that every single week, but this should be a 25, 35 minute show today. A short show because we're not gonna talk any Masters. We don't have any F1 to talk about today. So shorter show, and then we'll jump right in, and we will be getting ready for Augusta later this week. So play the music. We are back, people. Thank you. That was a long intro, but very excited for this week. But let's talk Valero. So, if you guys didn't watch Valero, because I know there's the golfing public usually not as dialed in, but we had a great Sunday finish at the Valero Texas Open. A little bit of acclimate, is that how you say it? Acclimate? Whatever. Bad weather yesterday, so Saturday. So it pushed it. Most of I think half the field had to play 27 holes. They teed off early morning this morning and played. So kind of a weird weekend, right? I think they were making sure they got it in. I don't think a single person wanted to stay at Valero one more day and have an extra day getting out to Augusta. So I think every single person in the field said, "Yeah, get me out of here. Let's get this done, people, so we can get on the jets, or probably get on the jets and head over to Augusta and get checked in. You know, everyone wants their badges, everyone wants their numbers. So Valero came down. It looked like it was gonna be Ludvig's day. I always do a Russian accent for Ludvig. I don't know why I think he's Russian. Or I don't know why I can't do a Swedish accent. Maybe that's really the case. He looked like he was leading going in. He finished at 2 under. I feel like he played better he blew up there at one point because he was at 10 at one point. Yeah. So again, Ludvig, birdie at 6, birdie 8, birdie at 12. And then that got him to +1 for the day. And then, he made 3 good birdies coming in. Everyone was making birdie on 17 with the wind. It was downhill, easy par 4. So the top 5 finishes better than I think he played. He seemed like he was in control of this golf tournament and kind of lost it, I would say, yesterday. Or really, lost it this morning / yesterday, doing a 1 under. What did he do with round 3? This website's so slow. Yeah, so he had a good 3 under third round. It's not like he made a bunch of bogeys in the third round. So I don't know. Ludvig does not seem like a closer, which is honestly going to affect some Masters picks because he was I don't have him up here, but he was my Masters pick for this week. But I don't love him coming down with the lead on a Sunday. That makes me a little nervous. He is in my top. He's in my group that has the ability to win the Masters. But he has the skills to win the Masters. I don't know if he has the between the years to win the Masters. He has the golfing ability, that's no doubt. But a little backdoor by JJ Spaun. JJ played 27 holes today. And was 9 under for the day. So he finished his third round and was 3 under his third round. And then 5 under, so 7 under for the day maybe? I was wrong. Maybe he didn't play as many holes, but I thought I heard he was 9 under, so whatever. But whatever, he played 27 holes today and had himself a day. So at least 7 under is what I think it was then maybe. 5 under to kind of backdoor it. Not kind of and JJ's been playing like crap. I think I talked about JJ playing like crap on this podcast last week, that he really didn't have his game. I think he's missed most cuts in this year. Let's see. JJ Spaun. I mean, after that, great players, and after that, he had that major win last year. Yeah, what a crazy win from JJ, right? I mean, cut at the Valspar, T24 at the Players, cut at Arnold Palmer, cut at the Genesis, T45 at AT&T, cut at the Farmers, T40 at Sony Open, a dub at Valero. So, I mean, you ask JJ going into this week, he's saying he's having a terrible Q1 of the season, right? He's going into the Masters having not finished in the top 25 once, or he's only finished in the top 25 once. Besides that, he's barely sniffed the top 50. So to come back and really play his dick off today to win, the opposite goes to him on where Ludvig, where I feel like if he's in contention, if he's around on Sunday, there's a chance he backdoors this Masters if we have a little weird one. If we don't have a wire to wire, if we don't have a Rory like we did last year, we could see JJ honestly doing a little Justin Rosey last year, where he kind of maybe comes from behind and starts making birdies where no one's watching. Because that's what it seems like he was doing a little bit today. All of a sudden he is there. I mean, he was in scoring, it felt like for near an hour, I think. And he was just sitting there watching, which has got to be just a tough spot to be when you have millions of dollars on the lines and you're sitting there and scoring, just essentially waiting for people to mess up. And it's golf, so you're not supposed to root for them to mess up. But then you do want them to mess up, but then you don't want them to mess up. I'm sure that has to fuck with the head from them a little bit. But congrats to JJ Spaun. Great week. And overall for him, I would say very strong. It's why golf can be so fun, because you can have what is a bad start to the season now look like, oh man, maybe this guy's rounded into form. Maybe he just had to find something. So it'll be interesting to see on some of the other more professional shows, the Smiley Show, the No Laying Up shows of the world, where they have actual sources of what changed with JJ of this week. Interested to see if anything with his putter changed. Interested to see with anything he was doing anything different. I couldn't tell, or at least they didn't mention anything on the coverage. I watched yesterday a little bit, but it wasn't on TV yesterday. And we'll get to why I didn't watch it on TV yesterday. But interesting day from JJ. So, congrats to him. Thought Andrew Putnam had it there for second, blew it on 7, tried to drive it at 17. Seems like he made bogey on 16. Tried to drive it at 17 and was trying to go for an 18 and made bogey. So thought he was going to maybe backdoor it. McIntyre also had a chance. He just had to make birdie on 18 to get to a playoff. Hits a great drive, 18-mile-per-hour wind, so they say it's playing 700 yards. So he ropes his drive, and then I think he hits a 3-wood and pulls it so far as right as I would pull my 3-wood, right? Into the grandstands, into the shit, and he luckily gets relief a little bit, which would be awesome if that never happened to us. But gets relief from the grandstands, and then just puts it up short, and makes his par to finish 1 back. So tough for him. Seems like he's got that dumb face. So it's coming from someone that has a dumb face. He has a dumb face. Michael Kim, the Twitter guy, was playing well too. Yeah, look at that from JJ. Started the FedEx Cup points at 115th. Moved up 91 spots to 24th with the win. That is a huge win for him. Huge win for him. I mean, huge win for Wallace, too. 153 and moves on to 59. And wins his way into the Aeon Swing 5, too. So that's huge for him. So he can get a chance to get into some more tournaments as backup. See anyone more? Had anyone else had any crazy jumps in the FedEx Cup? Not really. Some great ones for those. Those are two great ones. You'll have to see that too. 91 and 91 spots in the FedEx Cup. Just from a week of golf. It is a fantastic week. 52 from Kevin Yu from 159. Ludvig. I feel like he should drop. Tommy. So let's talk about Tommy Fleetwood for a second too, because Tommy's turned to the dark side, right? I think we talked about Tommy a couple weeks ago. Tommy Fleetwood, remember, he was, if you don't know him, he's the English guy that sucks now. But he was one of the cool ones that had all, like, he would go to the store each week and buy the hat, buy merch. He had a Masters belt on. He signs with Blackstone. He signs with, like, I mean, they're just stealing everyone, America's money, and Tommy doesn't give a fuck. So we're cooling on Tommy. So that kind of sucks. So let's get into the picks. Not a great week for picks. I'll go ahead and I'll say, okay, hand up. I'm just gonna say that, hand up. That's on me. That's on me. You know, that's the number one here. That's on me. Bad week. I had a bad week, okay? We're going to wrap a bow. We're going to take the picks card. We're going to go in the backyard. We're going to dig it up. We're going to throw the picks card. We're going to bury it, okay? We'll bury it in the backyard, and we're on to the Masters, okay? I don't want to hear anything in the comments. We're on to the Masters, okay? So Ludvig Oberg, I had to win T5. Not great. My good friend Jordan Spiethy boy was T63. I had him as top 5. Where is my guy Thorberg Oberson? Thorberg Organson was T49. Alright, to make the cut, Willie Z. I feel like he did. Come on, Willie. Yes! Made the cut by a fucking stroke. That's my boy. It's my boy, Willie Z. That's my boy. Thank you. Thank you, Will. Thank you. And Yellow Manjaro, which I think he did also. Come on, buddy. Oh, he had a great week. Yellow Manjaro, T14. Attaboy, Yellow Manjaro. So my 2 make the cut picks, which I didn't have those. I don't think those pay anything. Those 2 did anything, so that was good. The rest of them did not do great. So 2 for 5. Listen, I understand that's not good, and I understand you guys need more of me, okay? I will put that out there in the world. We will get better, okay? We are going to do some research before the Masters this week, and we will deliver a heap of Masters picks that will make your little head spin. So get on ready. Not a great week for our Valero picks. Just an okay Valero championship overall. much did we do here? How are we doing on time, people? Okay. We're actually doing great on time. This might be the first podcast that we stay within time. We got to talk about well, do we want to do a Crumb Bum of the week? Do we want to do the movie of the week? Do we want to talk about the Cubs? Let's talk about the Cubs. So we're going to do the Cubs tracker down here, okay? So this is going to be Cubs. And the Cubs are hard, so I'm not going to say the... it's hard to know, like, it's hard for me to predict home runs and what's going on with the Cubs. Overall, we finished... overall, and I mean we being me and the Cubs, for being a fan, we're not doing great in the standings. Don't look at the standings. It's too early. We don't look at the standings this early, okay? We've looked okay. Pitching hasn't looked great. It's just overall, it seems like we've given up too many runs. So not our best week of ball, I would say. I got to go to opening day, which was I talked about that last week. So we did opening day recap already. But that was overall first full week of baseball. They did, 4-5, under 500, which is not great. You would like I think we're gonna have a good division this year, so we'd like everyone to be playing a little bit better than that. So, but there's still plenty of time. So I think we're not gonna do picks for baseball. We're gonna do vibes. And right now I'm gonna say there's one big frowny face, which is frowny face is Cade Horton. Yesterday, or 2 days ago, Friday, I think, pitching, left off the first left the game early with his arm. I mean, it seemed like his hip maybe. Not great. So don't love that from Cade Horton this early in the season, to see him leaving with it wasn't like a contact, a fly ball didn't, a line drive didn't hit him or something that he had to, go out for that reason. So don't love that from Cade. But let's go to the positive. There's a massive positive. And we're going to give a massive smiley face to Mr. Ian Happ. Ian Happ is balling right now. He is smashing the ball. If you did not see, Ian Happ had a home run. Well, he had a fly ball on the first game of the season of Wrigley that would have been out of the stadium in normal conditions. The wind was blowing in so much, it took 113 feet off that baseball and kept the ball inbounds, where it should have really statistically, if in a normal day without the wind blowing out, would have been out of the stadium, people. So Happ's doing even home runs. I think he had his fourth home run today. Hit a home run in, I think, the 6th or 7th inning in the second game today to bring him a little bit closer. So Happ is doing all that he can. So Happ is our smiley face of the week, and our frowny face is Cade Horton this week. So we'll see. We'll go watch some. We will keep watching. Obviously, baseball is a little bit of a second. Baseball plays a second fiddle this week, obviously. But during the day, obviously, there's not a ton to watch. So I guess if I have to, I guess I'll watch the Cubs. Tough day for me. I'll watch the Cubs, and then I will lock in to the Masters. We'll probably watch I've watched early of the 25 already. I watched a documentary of that. I watched a bunch of stuff of that. Maybe I'll rewatch the 97 Masters. I think we'll rewatch the final round of the 97 Masters. That might be a fun one. The Crumb Bum, okay? The Crumb Bum of the week. And if you don't remember what a Crumb Bum is, type it into Google and type in Chicago Mayor Crumb Bum 1970s. That's the video where this came up. I don't know when this came up, years ago on, I think, Barstool Radio. But he says, "You Crumb Bum! You Crumb Bum!" And I think that's funny. So, a Crumb Bum is like someone that's like a charlatan, kind of like a loser, but no, like we're not like calling them like it's like, you know, they're like I don't know, let's look up the technical definition of a Crumb Bum. Crumb Bum! You Crumb Bum! First, your person is worthless, lazy, or tramp, or a lazy person. Old school slang. I like old school slang. That's cool. Old school slang is cool. Ah! No, I just gave away the movie of the week. Son of a bitch. So, Crumb Bum of the week goes to, right now, the people that are over this here data lines are Xfinity is my Crumb Bum of the week, okay? You sons of bitches are fucking liars, okay? Now, I'm looking right at you, Xfinity, because I know you can hear me, your little data lines, okay? You sons of bitches, okay? You just lie to me, okay? I go in the app, I say, here, I want this, this, and this. I want to listen to the fucking Cubs. I want Golf Channel, and I don't really give a shit about anything else. And they're like, okay, Kyle. And this is a person talking. This is how I imagine them talking because it makes me mentally, okay, Kyle. Let me put that up for you. I will find that. And so I type back, it's okay, sounds good. Okay, I found you a plan it is for, it's not that bad. You get the Golf Channel and the Cubs. I'm like, oh, great. Give me that. Thank you. I will take that right now. Activate it to my TV. They were like, it changes this. You don't have less internet. It's all streaming, but it's still the same thing. Cool. That's awesome. Sign me up. I sign up. None of it works. I have no channels. I have these weird Xfinity Go channels, which is like watching the Roku free channels. It's like if you were to give, they're the channels that if you were to give a mental asylum placement, they were like, oh, I got TV. Like, prisoners have this TV, and they're like, oh, I got TV. Like, it's not TV, okay? It's these weird news channels, and it's these weird, like, reruns of these shows. It's like, this is all free shit that's online that you could just Google, and you guys just put onto a fucking channel. So you sons of bitches got me with that first. So then I went back and I said, okay, I need TV, okay? I can't, like, I couldn't even watch the basketball games last night. Like, I want TV. I don't want this bullshit. And they're like, oh, sorry, we don't have the streaming. We only have, it has to be the TV. Fine. Give me the basic cables as long as that includes Golf Channel, okay? I said, it doesn't matter if it's, like, I just need Golf Channel and nothing. Oh, sir, we can guarantee you that in the basic plan, in Golf Channel's there. Great. Cool, sign me up. I'll take it right away. And I go to sign on Golf Channel, click on Golf Channel. You are not authorized to play this program. And I swear, people, I almost ripped the TV off the fucking wall, smashed it on the fucking ground, and I was going to send them the fucking pieces in the goddamn mail as retribution. Because these sons of bitches continue to lie to me again and again and again. Xfinity, you are a bunch of fucking liars, and you are the Crumb Bum of the week, Xfinity, okay, people? You are bad people over at Xfinity. I have nothing but hate in my heart for Xfinity, okay? They have charged ridiculously prices for nothing, and they just take more stuff and put more shit behind a paywall and charge you more money for putting more shit. And it's like they're taking things away from you and charging you more. And then they're laughing at your face. I know they are sitting laughing at us behind us faces, and it makes me enraged. It makes me angry. So Xfinity, it's Crumb Bum of the Week. Xfinity Crumb Bum of the Week, and the justification for being a crumb bum is that they are fucking liars that are crumb bums. So, fuck them, okay? There's two things that I will nominate for movie of the week, okay? I will nominate one movie, and I will give you one documentary. I don't want to get into, do we just do TV shows, movies, / documentaries? I feel like maybe we just do that, okay? Fine. We're going to do that, okay? So, there is one movie that gets a great review from me. One of my favorite movies of all time. Ocean's 11. I just watched it the other night. It's on YouTube for free right now, okay? All-time movie. This would have been my movie of the week, okay? But I saw Super Mario Bros. 2, which was also good. Shout out. A very spoiler here, so if you don't want a spoiler for Super Mario Bros. 2, turn this off. Warning, Super Mario Bros. Spoiler right now. But Star Fox makes an appearance, which is an all-time cameo, which I feel like they're setting up a larger Super Smash Bros. Mario collab, it feels like. So that was good. That was great. But the Ocean's 11, also great. Old school. I mean, who doesn't want to get with their boys and plan just an epic heist? I mean, that's a dream. Get your good boys and plan a fucking epic heist for millions of dollars. I mean, there's video games that play to that exact lure of life. And we need to get away with these axe throwing bars and escape rooms. And that should be a room where me and my boys go in there and we have to plan how to steal all the fake money from a vault somewhere that's down the thing in like an hour. We have to figure out how to get in the vault and like shoot paintballs at people as we go and like stick people up and be like, get on the ground! Put your hands in the air, blow your head off, I don't fucking care! And like that's what we need, okay? That's who needs an escape room. Give us a heist room, okay? A heist room is what we need in this, okay? So shout out Ocean's 11. My movie of the week is Rory McIlroy, the Masters Weight, as we get into this Masters week here. So, I don't think we can show this. Cut that. We can't show that. So, Rory McIlroy, the Masters Weight, okay? Highly recommend this documentary. It kind of goes all through Rory's life. It goes through his 2011 Masters. It goes through kind of then subsequent majors after that. He goes through kind of some of his younger days with his parents, Iso, and kind of some of his dreams. How much he looked up to Tiger, and then his ultimate goal of completing the career Grand Slam. So it finishes off obviously with the coronation of the last years of Masters and how difficult and awesome that was with him, right? I mean, he literally blew the Masters 4 separate times last year and then ended up still winning it in a playoff versus Justin Rose, where the day started versus Bryson, going back, which is crazy. And we'll get into that later this week. But Rory McIlroy, the Masters Wait on Prime Video is my documentary. So we're changing it. TV Slow /doc. So movie, TV Slow /documentary of the week. First week we had Project Hail Mary. We had Homeland season 1 through 3. And then this week we had Rory McIlroy, the Masters Wait. And I'm going to guess it's going to be another Masters thing this week. Or it might be another Oceans movie. You know, who knows? A lot of movies. So give that a watch. Definitely kind of, I'm hand up. May have brought a little tear to my eye. I won't. I'm not man enough to admit it. It might have brought a little tear to my eye. It was a great documentary, especially with his mom and his dad talking about how proud of him they were, how much it meant to them, and how much they put up in his younger life, talking about how they worked 2 jobs and how they saw this in a young age of him and how they really kind of push the chips in the middle for their son, and then to know what Rory turned out to be, knowing that what they did that, right? Rory's a great story from that way. Rory can be a little bit of a bitch sometimes on the golf course, with some of his rulings, with some of the stuff he says, right? But Rory was since the time he was 2 years old, was told he was going to be the best golfer of all time, and since he's been 11, said himself he was going to be the best golfer of all time, and has actively delivered on that pledge multiple times. So Rory's going to go down, I think, as one of the better stories. I think 2025 Masters will go down as our generation's 86 Masters. Potentially top people can argue that 2025 Masters is one of the best Masters, I think, that has happened. I mean, it'll be up there with 86, 97, 19, 01. I think going back there, you had the Lyle Masters. Obviously then you had the Bobby Jones Masters too, which I think everyone else ranks very highly. And then you had the Nicklaus Masters besides the 86 ones, his first couple. So that, if you are listening to the show at this point, you are a loyal fan, and I please know that from the bottom of my heart, I very much do appreciate you. This is a grind, and it is much easier to know that there's people on the other side of this microphone that are maybe enjoying this. Hopefully this show has brought a slight smile or a distraction for the day. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe 1 million times. Comment and tag 1 million friends. If someone just comments 1 million times, this show is going to go to the fucking moon, people. That's all we got to do. We got to get one sucker to comment 1 million times, and this show is off to the moon. So you could be that guy that sends the show to the moon if you just waste the next probably 48, maybe 48 hours. I don't even know how long 1 million comments would take. But it's going to take you a long time, so get fucking commenting. So please watch out for the Masters show that'll be out Wednesday-ish morning. It depends how much we can get through it. I want to do a couple different recordings, get that really, really deep dive into the Masters, and then there will be shows. There'll be a video that will be out Friday, but there'll be shows Wednesday. There'll be live shows, not live shows. There'll be post Masters shows Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, a week from today. The same taping of the podcast. We are supposed to have a special guest on the podcast right here. I am very much hoping he joins. Fingers crossed that he joins the show next week. I have talked to him multiple times. He's watching the final round of the Masters with me, and I am very hoping that he joins the show. There is zero chance he is listening to the show at this point, but if he is, very hopeful that he joins the show for us next week. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So, thank you everyone for watching this week. Have a great Masters week, okay? enjoy it up. This is his only show you consume this week. Just please enjoy it. Please, this is my favorite week of the year, and please find the fun of it to make it one of your favorite weeks of the year, because there is multiple different streams of content, and really is what I feel like is kind of the start to spring and what feels like the start of the kickoff to summer. So enjoy the Masters, and we will see you on the official Kyle Sutherland show on later this week. Peace!